Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Ejeka enjoy. Until I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Say they didn't pay for this different kind of results will be coming out, and you will feel cheated. Of course, you will feel cheated. But when people now begin to learn that even when people give you things from their own magnanimity, you should be responsible to use it for what you were asked to use it for, so that others that will come for such help in future we see the reason to go and people will enter them. I don't know why EFCC is here to act on that petition of the chairman. I don't know. And I don't know why people are not calling out for it. Because whether we like it or not, government is doing its job. As we help the government to actually do their job. But we are still in the realm of when there is a blame, don't blame government.
No, what we are very surprised as we've injected people in the diaspora who are instrumental to the donation heavily without looking back. They are the same people that don't really care about transparency or accountability. They're the same people that did not have any issue with GoFundMe, Wema, or Access. And if they have the chance again, if Mohbad and the comrade come out again, trust me, the same people will donate profusely, and they are the one that will support Baba to ensure that if they are not complaining, which is the same thing with GoFundMe, few people complained, and then the lawyer interjected, and then everything got fast tracked or realigned. And because the people, the major benefactors are in there, the suitors are in there, and once they're in there and they are not complaining, and then the supporter to say, "What's your problem?" And it's the people in diaspora that are really screwing up this cause for justice. But now let's go around the table again. I'm going to go for Golden Seals and straight back to Jack, because Jack has been patient for a while again. So Golden Seal, let's have you. We're going to have Jack if you do not respond. Golden Seals, let's have you. You've been there for a while. Right, Jack, let's have you. Jack, are you there? Come on, Jack. I can see something happening there, but yeah, there you go. Come on, Jack. Let's have you. We've gone around the table. We're back to you again. So let's have you.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, let me quickly address something that because comrade didn't allow me to have my submission, to even have my say before he sort of like interjected. Okay. The thing is this. You see, from his own explanation, or you call it submission, he already corroborated what I even said. He actually objected to what I said. He said it's got some objection. He didn't agree that because the public sort of like relinquished the relinquished finances, they relinquished decision making power, they relinquished everything, the administration, everything. So from what he's saying, you can see that he's saying that there was a structure, management, whatever, this and that they had, and the structure was the one that failed. But you're still saying, you still went ahead to say that at the end of the day, the family, that's when you say the family, the Aloba, Joseph Aloba, did not allow you guys to function, to work. And what happened? They disbanded you. Him and his power of attorney, they disbanded you. Why were they able to disband you? They're able to disband you because you have nothing in your hand again. They make decisions for you. Your destinies are in their hand. They employed you. They brought you into.
It's even been a while that I heard about the London.
See, the thing is this. I would have. It would have done him good not to even come up to say that, to even fault That's what I was saying, because see, intelligence will even tell you that when you get to, when you're being invited or you want to build on something, and you get there, you found that there's a structural problem already. You guys wanted to build structures, but there was a structure already. That one was a faulty one. It takes intelligence, it takes serious IQ to know that you cannot build further structures on a faulty structure already. So what did they do? They started building on it. You can't do that. And what happened? You wanted to manage. Can you hear? Management group, management structure, this and that. You want to manage your boss, your employer. Joseph Aloba, at that point, they had already given him all the power. They submitted the destiny in his hand. So you want to manage your boss. Do you want to get fired? You want to get fired. That's what it means. And what happened? They wanted to have more say than the man, or they wanted to have to bite more than the guy. And the guy disbanded all of them because the guy never wanted justice. That's what we are saying. This man, not only does he not want justice, he does not understand what justice means. As a matter of fact, he does not know that the word justice exists. And that was what explained. That's the only thing that can explain his quick burial arrangement. That God give it, God take it. God give it, God take it. What? When you can see blood, when you can see clearly that this boy was decimated. This boy, some people, okay, let me use you. I don't want to use mine. Some people finished him off. They exterminated this guy. So why would you go for that horrible burial? That's what we're saying. So all of those people that build structures on that structure, keeping behind all about, first of all, they lack, I don't mean no disrespect, they lack intelligence. They're not smart. Because if you're working, you have to work smartly. You have to work smartly. It's not like the way Nigeria is now. Look at it. Is that a structure? It's a structure already. The government structure. But is that a good structure? A structure that only favors some very few. That's what happened. Papa Mohbad built a structure that favors just only him and not Mohbad or any other person. So they were going to work with that. You can't work with that. So that's number one. Number one is for me, the public. I won't stop saying the public really messed up this whole thing. We are not saying that the government did not do what they did. We understand that. Some things you cannot take away. The government, of course, they don't want justice. We know that. Of course, if they don't want justice, the police will not want justice. And of course, the actual coroner, whatever freaking coroner they set up was all bullshit. So now, that being said, let's not forget again, all of those people in the house, all of those people in there, I don't care who they are, the wife, the what's it called, Adura, the Darusha, all of them, there is no taking away from them. They have got serious participation in whatever happened to them. They know something. That's one thing that is clear. They know something. What do they know? I don't know. They need to say. They don't want to say. Okay, fine, cool. Case closed. So now, another thing is this. Now, as it stands, some people say, what is the way forward? There's no way forward. There is no way forward. You had your time, you messed it up. When this guy was talking, was it Escapade or Daps? I can't remember who was talking. The person was talking about you all supported Aloba. Now you're not trying to stand. I have always never supported anybody. I've never. All of this team is bullshit.
Jack, sorry, a quick one. You're going to carry on. You beat me to it about the way forward, because I was going to, actually, before I brought you back, I was going to kind of think we're going to talk about way forward. But whilst I've interjected, please do the noble thing. Please tap, take it to 15K. Share to as many people as possible, but most importantly, I'm sure you're enjoying the show. As they say sometimes, appreciate my panelists. just show a bit of appreciation. It'll be nice. Wherever you do, however you do it, whether it's Igewedu or Patakupa or Bale Afefe or wherever it is. Eba me be won. Yeah, let's be kind and nice to ourselves. Please take it to 15K. Do the gifting. Appreciate my panelists. They've been very useful. We're enjoying the show. Just do what you have to do. We're not begging for gift or anything like that, but sometimes it's just useful. But the most important thing for me is let's take the tab to 15K, and then so Jack, please carry on. Carry on. But as I said, is that aspect of the way forward. And it will be useful for you to lead us on that, really, to be honest, Jack. I'm thinking that at the end of the day, we shouldn't suppress the notion that there has to be a way forward. There must be a way forward. Hey, the project has been going on. It's failed so many times. We keep bringing it back. We can't distance ourselves away from it. Now, I don't know. Maybe this can engineer a process. Some people just create a steering group somewhere in the background and just say, you know what? We're going to hit them the way Yomi hit them. Because when Yomi hit us, he just hit us. Even when we have to give him the benefit of the doubt or what have you and all that kind of stuff, he's now become an escapee. It's just a guy who's just doing nooks and corners, who's just doing hide and seek. He just disappears, he comes back, he gets forgiven. And I said to aristocrats, it is us in diaspora that is actually champion this old nastiness. All those misalignment. We don't even know how many tracks we now have from London to Lagos. We don't know which one is going to rogue, which one is going to go straight. There's just too many Sakama J's. We are not getting there. We're coming back. And when we come back, instead of us to tell the public that it's not going to happen, we say, we can see light at the end of the tunnel. Even though we derailed, we bring ourselves back, patch ourselves up, collect sort of like effort again, engineer more money. We are not getting to the destination. Jack, carry on.
Yeah, thank you, the IT guy. Yeah, IT guy, you see, you say a lot. To be honest, everyone has really spoken well. Aristocrat, everyone, Queen Abike, everyone. You see, the thing is this, IT guy. Let us not live in denial and let no one be delusional, because the truth is this. When people look, everything in this life is all about time and chance. Time and chance. It is important. Time is very important. Timing is very important, especially in homicide. Timing is very important. Timeline. You have to work with time, because if you're thinking you want to catch a thief is also thinking of how not to get caught. So what do? You have to act really swiftly. So that the reason why I said there's no way forward now, because by the time you start saying something now, I can start suggesting something, but some people might start taking advantage of that and use it and rob the public. So I'm never going to suggest anything, but the reality is that there is no way forward now as it stands. The only way forward now will be dictated, will be decided, as a matter of fact, has been decided, has been suggested, and has been decided, and has been effected by the government, by the Attorney General. So the ball is set rolling already. What can you do? What can anybody do? We can't do nothing. When we had the time was when they messed it up. To be honest, I think it's so painful. Maybe, just maybe, lot that has happened now. Did so much. You see what these people did now. The Attorney General and Lagos State and the government.
Don't forget to pay attention to the comment section. We don't have too many comments, but Escape is saying there's a way forward. Carry on, Jack.
Okay, yeah. Maybe when I finish, you will understand what I mean by that. So now, what was I saying?
About time and chance.
Time and chance. Okay, Brad, thank you very much. Yeah. So the time is very important. Now, you see, when Papa Mohbad hijacked that the process, I won't lie to you, and I saw the way everybody. It was as though I was moving crazy. Where I am here. I was moving crazy. That what is happening? Is this like some kind of jazz or juju or whatever? And nobody, people could not see. They were so blind. I've been talking since. No, I wasn't talking because I knew if I had come up at that time, people would just curse you and they would do all that, because at that time their eyes were very blind. They could not see nothing other than their emotions. So I couldn't have come up. But the time I started coming up, I was saying this thing. Why this? Why are you doing this? Why this? Why keep being this man? But nobody was listening. Oh my, whatever, they were not listening. But that being said, the thing is this, look. If Papa Mohbad had not hijacked that movement, and that movement, the public actually had to say they were in control. Just the same way they were in control, they had to say when they cried out to the government that this should not happen. This is a desecration. And the government did what? They listened when they saw the momentum. And they did exhume the body. It wasn't like they wanted to give that body the Mohbad justice, but they did it because they were trying to gauge people's mood, and they were trying to avoid unnecessary unrest or whatever, state of whatever. So, but what happened? That momentum would have just been going like that, and then the public could have had, let's say, NG or whatever, and then just like, look at just the case of this guy. That was what I was saying there, the case of what's called this guy, George Floyd, in America and US. You see, did you ever see his family taking over anything? No. They would just be somewhere among the crowd, in the background, behind the lawyer. When they're talking, when they're trying to brief the public, they would have been briefing us. You see all this nonsense that the police said they did, nonsense, sham investigations that never took place. Till date, I haven't seen any intelligent lawyer, I haven't seen any intelligent son in this case that has requested for the report of that preliminary investigation. All of these stupid lots, they will never do that. They won't do it. I don't know where their brains are. Some people say they carried out investigation. You can't. To me, I can't believe this. Nobody, all of them, they're dumbos.
Jack, let's have a look at this very quickly. It's two questions and there are different connotations. What can we do now? One, what should we do now? Given the difficult situation we're in, what can we do? What should we do?
IT. Do you think I should come in at this point?
Just hold on. Let Jack just. Oh, Jack, please summarize this very quickly.
I'll make this. I'll summarize now. Yeah. Look, IT guy. You see the reason why when you say what can we do now, the question is not what we can do now. Actually, to be honest, because it has now passed that level. It has gone beyond that. It has gone beyond that. The only way, Richie, all due respect, look, yesterday I didn't mean any disrespect to you or anybody on the panel, or I was only talking about the comment section. Then there was someone on the panel who could just, you were on the panel, you could have just talked, but the person was actually attacking me in the comment section. So it wasn't you I was talking to. I always look after you, and I always come. If anybody's trying to be assaultive, I'll come after them for you. Okay, anyway, and that being said, IT guy, the thing is this. Let me tell you something. If there is a video today that shows how the people that killed killed him in that house. Sorry, don't let me use kill. Find him in the house. Finished him in the house. Do you know that is still not a guarantee that we can get justice for Mohbad? Look, I have seen what these people have displayed. I I've always known what they're capable of doing, especially Lagos State government. Because I've seen them in action. You guys just don't know anything. That's why you're talking like this. You don't know this. If you know these people, most people that are in Nigeria, they know who these people are. The people that they put in government, they will pack their loads and they will leave for any other country, wherever they could live. They could live to, because that country, your destinies they're gonna waste away there. So the thing is this: with that video, they still will not give Mohbad justice. You know why? But if the people in Nigeria, I've said this over and over, Nigerians in Nigeria are the only people that can give Mohbad justice as it stands now. Meaning that they will have to peacefully storm the streets, take over. We're talking about national protest across the nation, all of them streets, peacefully, that this guy, you must reopen this case, you must reinvestigate, you must do proper investigation. This guy deserves justice. The people you have taken to court, they did not partake in what happened. And if they partook in what happened, where is the report of your investigation? What have you done? To what extent have you investigated this case? So there are questions. Is the people in Nigeria can give Mohbad justice? If anybody, any freaking NGO, any fucking body or anybody or any whatever is telling you otherwise, there is no, you don't worry. You can discard my word, go donate for them again. And you're gonna see that they will take you to the only land you're gonna see is crash land. I've said this before, and some people went gaga on me. You're gonna see is crash land, no premise, there is no promised land here. But if the people in Nigeria rise up, but let me tell you now, as it stands, do you think the problem of the people in Nigeria, the top of the problem is actually, they probably don't even know anything about Mohbad's case anymore. They are battling with hunger and so many things. They are the only ones that can give Mohbad justice. They are the only ones. If the government want to kill all of them, when the people are ready, they must come to that realization that the reason why the government is punishing them now, the reason why they are suffering in the large number, is actually because of lack of justice. If there is justice, there will be employment. If there is justice, there won't be so much insurgents. There won't be so much state of unrest in Nigeria. There won't be so much, how will I put it now? Bad roads. There won't be so much, you see, the politicians, they steal all of these monies that are meant to build, to build infrastructure and things like that. And the people are not getting justice against them. There is no justice against them for the people. And that is what stems. That is where all of this will stem. All these stems.
You mentioned earlier that there's no way forward. Let's go back to that. If we go back to that assertion and there's no way forward, the problem I have at this point in time is we know Nigerians will get on with their lives and all that kind of stuff over there. We know how difficult things are on the ground. It is clear on this Justice for Mohbad, this black app actually have a superior number of followers of followership and all that kind of stuff to all that platform. It is timely, it's engaging, and then we get up to a point where we know that the steering group and the group that can actually make that, they make an impact in this process are still the same people in diaspora. And if it is indeed the people in diaspora, obviously we have our own time managed differently. We have aspect of everything being paid for, whether it's topping up your phone and all that kind of stuff. We can sit down on this thing for a week and not flinch and not even log off and all that kind of stuff. And then when it comes to throwing the money out, I'm 100% certain that as much as you have followers and followership in Nigeria and various African countries that are following people topping up their phones and all that kind of stuff, they probably not financially endowed enough to drop the money the way we do. Do all the gifting, do all the manipulation, wanting to get the acclamation, celebrate themselves around their comrades to say, look at me in there, I'm the top gifter, look at me in there, I'm top of the range, look at me there, I've got 1 million followers and all that kind of stuff. So So we know where the problem actually lies with this whole process. We know it's this black app, and we know it's on this black app that people engage with anything useful to them, take it into the underground, go on the green app and do all their mago and manipulation, and then come back and instill all manners of, fuckery, no manners of seeking attention, wanting to be the ones at the top, engaging, their comrades to say we have to shine, guys on the other side. Now we know where the problem is. We also know that the power of attorney is not in Nigeria. The power of attorney, amazingly, is in America. So, at the end of the day, in terms of the complainants, you've got Baba in Nigeria, Adura in blessing Mama Mohbad and Umi all in Nigeria. And the rest of the supporters are in the diaspora. They're in diaspora. And then we don't know what's going on the other side. And we don't care. We don't give a hoot. If Yomi Fabiyi comes back again and it needs 50 million naira, it will be done on Olori Ebi's platform within a week. And we have a problem we cannot fix. And that's the reason why I agree with you. There is never going to be a way forward. Not on this black app. This black app ain't gonna get you no bloody justice. It's just gonna get us the same shimmy shanga, come together, talk about it, go away, get disgruntled, get disenfranchised, disappear for a while. Look at Lenchi. Look at how long Lenchi disappeared. Now I can't get enough of Lenchi's updates. Every 5 minutes, I have to turn my phone up for Lenchi. I see Lenchi in the bathroom. I see him in the toilet. I see him in the garden. I see him in the fourth. I see Lenchi everywhere. The same Lenchi that probably got a nurse. Our number 1 injector out of whichever way he did his mago. It's now all over the place. Yes. Okay, so let's go. Bra. Yeah, let's have you, bra. A very good evening to you, bra. Thank you for joining us.
Daniel, our host, Jack. I know you every time you know the consistency talking about the shenanigans, and I agree with you. So let me just go straight to what I bring to this planet, what I bring to these discussions. We have a way out. The man who say, I'm in the well. In your day, you can have well, son. That is how they call it, which is very well. Now, that should be a local one added to everyone if they are looking for justice. Like myself, as I just ask everyone a question, what were you doing? What were you doing? I mean, what was your good to bring justice to the system of Nigeria? I am a good listener. I've been listening to so many people. When you go to get tomorrow, I will know at least I will know where your mind is. I know so many people who just that have been talking about Nigeria. Yesterday, Babayano was saying something. He said it wasn't yesterday, he's been saying it at least 3 weeks ago. He said he has been doing something. He will be on panel of Pan-Africanists. It says a lot about most of us here now. That we have, would I say, put our consciousness to find justice for God. Now, back to my brother. Nigerians. Now, I said there's a solution in all of this. When this whole thing started, the false claim, there are two false claims three false claims that have not been substantiated till today, and there are people that should be held for that. We should bring them accountable for those statements that ignited this passion in Nigeria. First one was the wife. The wife said they've cried in that. That rule suspicion. We know this guy has been battling so many things, and just like that, it rules justice. Second one, let me not waste our time, was when the father of this deceased said, and I quote him, only Asho Eje. Abi, the third, I won't waste your time, right? The police said something profusely about blood. These three claims have not been substantiated till today. Are we not supposed to hold these people accountable? I think just Mohbad should change course now. I'm proposing this today. This fight should now be faced with those contradicting statements that cannot be proved till today. The police should be held accountable for that statement. Where is the preliminary report? Like Jack have rightly suggested earlier.
Before you go ahead, I will allow you to carry on. If the police is going to be held accountable, I would have actually thought in the course of this quest and this process, there would have been at least one petition that would be culminative of the police failure that would have emerged from this movement in that direction to fight the authority. Almost 2 years, nothing near this process. Now, the only person that did petition the police is Prime Boy, the most streetwise guy on this course, and has now been exonerated. Does that not tell us that petitioning the police is how can I put it? Is needful, is useful, is imperative. And yet, we're gonna complain there won't be a way forward. Yomi is come to the whole picture. He shook the table. He came out of his own destruction. He congratulated the police. Then he contradicted himself again when he wrote an open letter to Asiwaju Tinubu and all that kind of stuff. And then we in this process, and we're saying, did the police not fail the public? Has the police not failed us? They haven't been thorough in any way whatsoever, any form or shape. And it seems as if some people are sitting somewhere and dictating to the police to say, calm down, don't do anything, don't issue any certificate to them, let them carry the body go, let them go and bury the body and all that kind of stuff. Because our main complainants, who we believed since his inception, is the only comrade in his entire family fighting for justice. He's lame, useless, and culpable at the same time of some of the failings where the police were turning the blind eye to this whole process. Joseph Aloba was allowed to be a ghost in this process, moving the body, going to police station, from police station, no credible paperwork, and went to bury Mohbad. And And when the said police exhumed the body, the father wasn't looking for justice. The father wasn't actually crying of any foul play. He agreed, everybody collectively within his family and the wife of the deceased, and they buried Mohbad. Will you then believe this same assailant is looking for justice? I don't think so. Did the police allow him to do it? Was the police involved in the process? Are people at the top involved in the process and actually cause the police to actually turn a blind eye to this whole process and allow him to bury Mohbad until the public outcry, of which, if that wasn't the case, we're just going to be annually just doing this, and they would have done whatever they need to do in the background. Because when that decision was made, the decision was made in the family in its entirety. The wife, the father, the mother, the brother, the sister, and everybody else in that family. And it was more like a rush. A rush. Bury. The body was buried. How can you, the public, then allow that man, all of us, to be the one fighting for justice when he'd already buried his son? The guy's already buried this guy. And I know how I crusade and fought. I was his number one comrade on the side of calling him out. They said you are calling Baba, and then they came, everybody, you are too hard on this guy. He's the one that lost his son. He's the one that lost his son. He's the one that made a conscious decision to bury him. He was the one that moved the body from the house when everything would have been a murder scene. Homicide case would have been a murder scene. He moved the body away from there, allowed the place to be bleached and cleaned, while he's crusading with the body outside the house, buried the body, and allow the culprits to clean the house out. Because by the time the body was exhumed, all the evidences had already disappeared. When the police that failed the public came back, what happened? They only came for syringes. They didn't look for anything else. They took their syringes and went that way. The man who can then say this wasn't investigated properly is shitting himself, shielding himself from phone forensic. Because when they collected our money, the public money, the Nigerian public money, they stated in there that they will do phone forensic. The only phone forensic they did is something to do with shenanigans of tapping phone when our biggest actor in Nollywood came to play his jungle monkey game with us. And it was at that point in time that they were doing phone forensic that Muiwa mentioned on Lori Ebi's platform, and they actually seen interference, electronic interference, which is punishable under the law. They can lock you up. They are trying to tap someone's phone to try and mangle and force your way into it to go and get a hacker to come and hack someone's phone. That's what we got. Let's call a spade a spade. The people that can write petition to the police know that if they write the petition to the police, they will open their asses up in the air. Because when you do open your eyes up in the open, it actually means that when they do the phone forensic on you, they will lock you up. I challenge anybody to write a petition to the police to request phone forensics and tell me if Joseph Aloba will not be locked up. It will be locked up. Joseph Joseph Aloba, if you are listening to it today, get your lawyers to request for phone forensic. Because if they do, you will be locked up. Whether it's for a week, whether it's for a month, whether it's for 15 years, Joseph Aloba will be locked up. He will be locked up. Because he, just like Yomi Fabiyi, are fabricators. They are Nollywood director of program, director of location, director of cinematography. We are dealing with criminals. Joseph Aloba is a criminal. The first crime he committed was to move the body. He committed several crimes until he buried Mohbad without any documentation. Who gave him the authority to go and bury Mohbad, not in a cemetery, on that land? I want to know anything in the system for him to show me a paper that anybody in the authority, he consulted anybody before he buried Mohbad. Look, I don't support Yomi. I am an individual that will have to give Yomi the benefit of the doubt because I've dragged him. I don't believe him. I've dragged him. And after a while, I don't want to become a broken record. You have to give him benefit of that doubt. And what has he achieved? CCTV, Oshekini, Olule. 3 seconds video, Oshekeji, Olule. I am going to do comrade. We're going to go on the street and take over the street. Osheketa, Olule. He ended up eating meat pie under police umbrella. Mm-hmm. He was now able to do the 4th one to go to Abuja to go and dance in the marketplace naked. And if he had gone there, they would have taken him and thrown the key away. And he knew that his time was up for the fabrications. Mm. He then staged his second runaway. No, it's Korede. It's you that got Korede out there and parade Korede in police station. You dressed him up in native attire. You wore agbada. Your own son, to make point and collect money. Tell me, does Korede not have a mother? Who is the mother of this guy? Is the mother in the UK? Is he in Nigeria? I want the social services in Nigeria, the UK, anywhere, to arrest the mother of Korede. To allow this idiot to endanger the life of a child or the life of a minor in the space of trying to use your son to congratulate the police. What they see biscuits, you are taking a photo. What we saw yesterday. I mean, a man, a father, a Nigerian, one be a sorry essay, okunrin, be a sorry essay at that age. Or to your photo. The pollution, you really broke me, Yomi Fabiyi.
She made it by you.
A police officer took your son in front of you and you are sitting there.
I think I should have shown up.
The mother, as he bribed the mother to say, just leave me and let me just use this boy to collect money. I will give you 10%.
Bọ̀bọ̀ ti fẹ́ payọ̀ mí ni.
Bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Okay.
Brown.
Gbani yẹ̀ mí ò ní kú dànù.
Allow Korede to be bastardized on the internet.
Bastardized.
And the supporters are there. And they are happy. Can you guys not just say to this guy, and they went to the UK, he's get to the border first, he's taking photo, taking video. You are overexposing your child. You are endangering the life of your own Where is the mother? Where are social workers in Nigeria? If the system is so corrupt, so corroded to a point that social workers in there can't call this guy out. You cannot be parading your child that should be in school on social media to gain trophy and acclamation. Are you trying to prove to us that you are